The community is saddened by this. The whole community. The world should be saddened by this too.
Services were held today at the Woodward Funeral Home in Brooklyn for Officer Omar Edwards of the New York Police Department. Officer Edwards was gunned down in East Harlem on May 28th during an off-duty chase of a man who had apparently broken into his car. Police arriving on the scene included Officer Andrew Dunton, who mistook Edwards, whose gun was drawn, for a suspect and shot him. Edwards was black, Dunton was white. Some are calling the shooting part of a pattern of racial profiling that leaves black and Latino undercover and off-duty officers vulnerable.
While we're condoling the family and in mourning, we remain outraged over another incident of a black plainclothes officer being shot in the back by a fellow white officer in what we describe as unfriendly fire.
These tragedies are always one-sided, and that's what hurts most of all.
There is a racist mentality that if you see a black man, that equates a criminal or crime.
Although the NYPD has fended off claims that the shooting was racially motivated, Police Commissioner Raymond Kelly has met with black and Latino officers about ways to improve police training. For mourners, the focus was not on the circumstances around Edwards' death, but rather a celebration of the life of a young man who touched those around him.
He was a wonderful person. He had 2 beautiful children. He was just recently married. Pure heart, pure soul, a gentleman.
A good hero, that's what we lost today. A good friend, good father. Coolest guy you can meet. Warm-hearted and, never had a problem, never had any problems, never a troublemaker, just always a good friend, a true friend, and that's the most important thing to remember about him.
Recalling fond memories of the friend they knew and loved, many wore T-shirts bearing pictures of the recently wed father of 2 and member of the NYPD football team during happier times. But even for mourners, questions remained about what happened on that fateful night. And such questions often lead to the issue of race.
If I'm running through the streets of Brownsville or Bed-Stuy with my gun in my hand, nobody sees the shield. They just see a black man with a gun, and whether they're black or white, the stereotype tends to be that he's the villain.
The NYPD Internal Affairs and the Manhattan District Attorney's Office are investigating the matter. But answers as to how and why events unfolded as they did may take a long time to come. This is Olu Gittens reporting.